Hello everyone, welcome back to another create along. This time we're gonna be making Ariel's dress from my BFF collection. Or attempt to. So we're gonna start by making a new dress and picking the basic long sleeved gown. We're gonna go with a black color base dress, and the reason for this is that when you make a skin color covered lace essentially, it is best to do it with black because the gradient looks better that way. Because the middle of the gradient is actually changed by the base color of the dress, which I showed in my Celestial create along. So we're gonna start with a skin color square. Both the front, and we're gonna duplicate it and put it at the back. A lot of people omit the back of their dress because, you know, you can just make a screenshot from the front and pretend it doesn't exist and fit all your 50 layers at the front and cheat a bit. But I don't like doing that. I like making it as if we already have the multiplayer update and we could share. So I want my dresses to look good from all angles. So I'm gonna pick the black gradients, turn it, and press the globe option to wrap it around. And then you can make it darker or a bit lighter. Getting it exactly to the skin color is really difficult, unless you're going to be layering a whole lot of different gradients, but that's just too many layers. At the back, as you saw before, when I put the skin color, I don't like using the sides because it clips really weirdly. So I'm going to put the camera all the way down, because otherwise you get that it clips over here at the top, you see? So we're going to drag it all the way down, so you face it like this, and then pull it up so that it has the same effect. And then make it match exactly along the sleeve, so it doesn't clip over there due to the weird seams. Ariel's neckline is round, so we're going to be taking this, duplicating it, and, well, it's actually pretty perfect where it is. You can meddle with it a bit if you want it more to the shoulders or less, but I'm actually pretty happy with how this landed directly. So I'm gonna go with this. Now we're gonna fill in the rest of the white. So we're gonna put this one on the left arm, globe it, upsize it, and make sure it doesn't clip over the neckline we just made. And that side as well. Just copy it to the other side, and there it goes. Actually now it clips along the back, but it doesn't really matter. It does mean that we can delete the square at the back. If you want an open neckline all the way to the back, you have to be careful when upsizing the sleeves, because this is the line where the seam is, and then it goes and curves really weirdly upwards here. For Ariel's dress, it's actually quite okay. So sorry for making you go through steps that you really didn't need to. We're gonna make this along that side and that side. There we go. See, now we have the entire top done, minus this odd bit. Upsize it a bit. There we go. It doesn't matter that it clips down to the bottom because we'll be making the dress shortly. So she's wearing a bodice. We're gonna make it black, but this black is not the same as the base color black, as you can see, which is a nicer black. So we're gonna press the cutout tool so it makes it the exact same color as the base dress, which, as you can see, is actually different. You can use that to your advantage, by the way, to make multiple gradients of the same, or multiple colors in your dress of the same color by using the base color as a slightly different hue. I'm gonna put this here. Make sure that it's okay in the back. I didn't upscale it all the way because then you get that weird clipping thing that I said, or that weird curving thing, then it goes all the way like this and like this, which we don't want. And then actually let's do the back first. Again, do the cutout tool to make it the black. and fit it. It's a little bit on the sleeve. Still a little bit on the sleeve. Oh, how annoying. There we go. Nice. We're gonna take the triangle. We're gonna not globe it. We're gonna make it white. Because if you globe it and wrap it, it becomes like this. It's a really weird triangle. Plus it can only be this size at the minimum, and we need it smaller than that. Unfortunately, this is the smallest it goes, which is difficult for a lot of dresses. And we're gonna put this here, right as good as we can in the center and without clipping into the neckline to create this little thing. I'm gonna take big squares, make them this blue, which is the same blue as Belle's dress. It's not the exact same as Ariel's, but since we don't have a color picker, this is the closest it's gonna get. Now Ariel's black bodice has quite a point to it, so we're gonna be angling this down and move it as best as we can along the sides. One moment, my husband and daughter are coming home, so I'm gonna pause it here. Alright, sorry. My husband and my daughter came home, so I had to pause the recording, and my husband's off again. My daughter's playing with water, so if you hear her and you get any more interruptions, I'm very sorry. So we were making the bottom of the dress. I'm actually gonna redo this because I want to make sure that it's along the back seam, like it is now, and have this nice point at the front like Ariel's dress has. And we're going to just fill it up at the bottom. So we're going to pick more squares, globe to make them big, color is good, upscale them. I'm going to align it to the seam this time. There we go. Once I'm happy where it is, I'm going to duplicate it to the other side and put a big square in the middle. The reason that I end in the middle is because when you do the edges of shapes on high quality resolution are the same as the background color, and you can't really change that. You can up and down scale to make it a little bit less visible, but most of the time it's going to be there. So I end with the front, so you can have as little of that as possible. Put it at the bottom, and there we go. Now we're going to make, this is basically Ariel's dress. So if you just want to have Ariel's dress, there you go, that's it, don't do anything more. But I like to add just a little bit because it's otherwise a plain dress. So I add a gradient of this color. And I'm going to upscale it, globe it. I don't like how strong it is here at the bottom, so I'm going to be dragging it further down. I like having a gradient because it just changes the dress a little bit. And duplicate it, so I have another one of the exact same size, color and all that. And align this here. There we go. Copy it to the other side. Now if I had it perfectly in the middle, this would be good, but I never do. So we're just going to align this one. And here you have the issue of either that thin line not connected or just over. You can do just over and then just downsize until it's perfect. Now you have a nice little gradient color. So we're going to take this. We're going to pick the lightest blue of that same line. And globe it. Make it as small as we can. And we're going to be using this side of these flourishes. Because along the bottom I have this flourish where I like to make it look like it's waves, essentially. And in the center we're going to start with this heart. Now if you want it bigger, then upscale it all the way. If you want it smaller, then downscale it all the way. I'm going to pick a nice in-between here. Make it a little bit like this. There we go. And take one, duplicate it, so we have the same size and the same color and all that. And what we're gonna do here is, I'm gonna start here, right next to this hook, or we're gonna start here actually, in the hook. And I'm talking about this one. Make this empty one align to it. So we have a pattern that we can stick to. And copy it to the other side. And then we're going to copy it again. So we have the same one here. And we're just going to be doing the same thing. You're going to have to change the angle a little bit because the dress isn't perfectly round. Upscale it a little bit. And like that. And when you're happy, copy it to the other side. And then copy it back for the next one. Again, just align it to that one. Turn it a little bit so you get the same effect as before. And yeah, we're just going to be doing this along the entire bottom side. As again, you can make it any size you want. You can make something completely different if you don't like this. I also have an Ariel dress where I use the actual waves and then make them on one side all the way up and have a silhouette of Ariel, which is one of my favorite dresses, but it doesn't really go with this theme since this is a bit more plain. And we're almost round. And it's starting to rain, oh well. Here in the back I put these in the middle. The way that this now ended up, because of the size that I picked, you can potentially make this a little bit nicer, like add this effect to it per se. Put these over. See if I have layers. If I don't have layers in the end, I'm gonna have to be deleting it, but I think I do. We're gonna go here, put the wrapping feature on, and if I remember, I had it pointing down like this, and about this size, I think. I'm happy where it is, and with the size, and copy it to the other side. Again, when you copy it to the other side, there's a brief moment before you settle on where it is, where you can move both at the same time. I think they fixed the bug on that, because I haven't actually encountered the bug that we had before, where it was not showing it properly mirrored. I'm going to take the same one again that I copied, and I'm going to turn it all the way, so we get a nice flow effect here. And again, once you're happy where it is, copy it to the other side. And take the other flourish, and this one I made one shade darker, just to get a little bit play of effect with colors. I'm gonna wrap it again. And have these two align to that part. Make sure that it goes to about the center again. There. Copy it to the other side. Copy it back so we have the same one again. And we're going to do the same as what we did with the top one. And we're going to just flip it around so we get the exact same effect over here. And once you're happy where it is, copy it back to the other side. Now you get this little tangle of knots here, and I once again use the seashells, but then on the lightest color again, to sit at its center. Make it a bit smaller, copy it to the other side, and there you go. That's how I had the dress. You can add more flourishes. You can, for instance, take even the exact white one and put it on white. And because of the lace effect of it, you can still see it. And you can decorate the sleeves if you want to. Or potentially the neckline or the bodice a little bit more. Because of the different black, you could do black and just see this tiny little bit of difference. Or just grey, it's better. And decorate the bodice a little bit. But I like it plain, the way that it is, and leave the decoration all the way at the bottom. You can add more to it. You can add some more here on the side. So, I mean, be inventive. I liked it this way because, like I said, the waves that resemble the ocean. The heart, because, you know. And this. So, I hope it was all clear. Again, I'm sorry for the interruption in the middle. But, you know, family life, mom life. And if you're gonna go replicate it and you enjoyed the video, then, you know, let me know how it turned out. I'd love to see. And, well, I wish you all a very good day. You can see all my dresses and my entire BFF collection on my TikTok in small videos with themed music behind it. Or on my Instagram with screenshots, and I occasionally post on Facebook groups, on Reddit, where you can find my bigger screenshots. All the links are in the description, so if you're interested in seeing more of what I've made, please go take a look. And if you have requests for dresses, I do take those as well. I'm a little bit limited on time nowadays, so I have a few in the queue, but I'll get to it. So I like doing some requests. I've made a Chi-Chi dress, I've made Odette's dress, both black and her normal one. I've made a Kairi dress from Kingdom Hearts that somebody requested. And I made the Barbie Odette dress that somebody requested. I'm not super happy with that one because of how intricate that is and how little layers we have. But yeah, if you have requests, send them my way. If you have requests about dresses that I've made and you really want to know how it's done and you want either a create along or, you know, just a design video, which I have up, let me know. I'll see what I can do. So yeah, I'm gonna exit this. Put Ariel's hairstyle on. And there we go. I think it's pretty close to the dress that I had. So, have a nice day, everybody, and see you next time.